Thousands of students took to the streets on Saturday, marching against the Conservative government's new plans for higher education. Delegations from across the country joined the NUS, trade unionists, academics and parents to rail against rising tuition fees and the new Teaching Excellence Framework.
We want to demand free education. It's not fair that you have to pay once you're no longer a child.
Could you tell me why you're marching today?
At the shocking state of the education system in the UK, I think there needs to be a sign of protest. I just hope that the Conservative government realizes that students are not happy with how they are handling the education policy.
What do you want? Free education! What do you want now? What do you want? Free education!
These protesters were in good spirits. Gathering at 12 noon on Park Lane before making their way to Westminster. Later, in the shadow of the Houses of Parliament, around 2,000 gathered at a rally at Millbank to hear speeches from key figures, including NUS President Malia Bouattia and the writer Owen Jones.
I've just come to some very short, simple questions to put to our Prime Minister, Theresa May. We have two simple demands today. Free education for all. Woo! And Theresa May, respect for workers and students. From 0-hour contracts to rocketing rents, this fight for a decent education system is at the centre of that struggle. Labour introduced fees. The coalition tripled them. And now this government is trying to lift the cap altogether.
There were even strong words for the new president-elect, Donald Trump.
Laying the foundation for a right-wing, racist, sexist, bigot, Donald Trump to win President of the United States. But fortunately, it is the youth and the young people like yourselves and myself that will say we will not tolerate that. And within hours after the announcement of Donald Trump's election, we have 40,000 people in the street saying no to his racism, no to his violence. Brothers and sisters, it is the struggles that have united us. It is the struggles that got me involved in activism. The struggles not being able to go to college because I was too poor, living on the south side of Chicago.
There is a war against decent, publicly funded, provided education here and elsewhere. Just as there's attacks on workers' rights, on social security, a shift in wealth and power to those at the top. And when we don't get it right, what happens? What happens? Fascism. Fascism on the march, all over again.
Be quick, because I want us to unite our struggles and send a message. Send a message to the Tory government here. Send a message to the ruling classes. Send a message to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party all the way in the United States. Will you help me send a message?
We won't allow the powerful to scapegoat Muslims and immigrants and unemployed people. Instead, we will direct our anger at the bankers, the tax dodgers like Donald Trump himself. So we have a clear message to the racists and the fascists. We have defeated you before, and we are going to defeat you all over again.
The message was clear. No to tuition fees, no to fascism, boycott the National Student Survey, take the fight to the government.